Hmm. Greetings. Yes, here we are to one of the other studios. And yes, so, okay, so, yeah, I got some new information. I was just watching your Talking Pointless thing on the Change the Channel Awesome thing. And since there have been other news updates, you get flagged on YouTube. Then they went on to say that like there was also errors in there, and the scandal in that they kept saying that all of the presenters went away, but that wasn't true. All the people that worked for them were still there. Malcolm and Tamara and the Walkers and Stone Gremlins were still there. So they weren't gone. So when they said all the content creators all left except this one guy who stayed, thought it would be funny. That isn't true. They didn't all leave. They were all there. They stayed there. Several of the others were all there. They didn't leave. And it isn't that all the subscribers went away because they only lost 500,000 out of 1,500,000, and then they got them all back over the next year and a half. So a lot of there were recap back in the day. There was a couple of years ago now, April of 2018. There was a Google document, 70 pages long, roughly. Well, the original document was shorter, but then there was 70 pages of stuff talking about. The document itself was actually short. It was actually 3 or 4 pages, but there were 70 more pages of other stuff added on by, for the Channel Awesome scandal thing. They had it was a web show based in, I believe, Chicago. Yeah, web-based show, a series done by a non-professional production company. They were just YouTubers, YouTube content creators is what they called them. And there were 40 some employees. Gradually each and everyone left except for the remaining core audience over time. Some of them left early on in the 2011 period to 2014 period when one of them apparently died. Yeah, so it turns out that the guy that we mentioned in this thing from December, who we told previously months earlier, do not post information from our videos erroneously on your channel, apparently took that down and then said, it was the music. Yeah, copyright music. No, it wasn't. Several of them complained. Interestingly enough, more on that, he went to a Redditing over 5 months ago and was going on about how he was mistreated. Ooh. So this guy ransacked changed the channel people. He trolled them and the Channel Awesome people, and he's probably involved in all that other stuff. But he wanted to be, so he wanted his own drama. So he got in there, he Reddit, and he apparently this CV guy, we'll call him CV. He's the sycophant. Maybe he was not directly involved in the swatting, but he probably told the guy that was involved in it what to do. After accusations of his involving in a harassment case, I don't think it was related. I think that he was just mentally unstable, so he took himself out. It wasn't related to that. There were some errors and information in the document that didn't happen. Apparently there was an Applebee's incident which did not happen. There's a number of other things that didn't happen. Whatever the Applebee's story. Apparently there was a story about the person being taped up on the wall. Oh, that was true. They did tape somebody up on a wall in one of their movies. They taped them up on the wall. That was true. Oops. They also didn't give water to somebody. Although, as we pointed out in some of the other Talking Pointless things, they're not an official company. They have millions of... Channel Awesome's still around. They still have over 1 million subscribers. They're doing very well. A little more angsty since they got rid of Michonne. They got rid of Michonne. They're still a little angsty. The Channel Awesome people, or at least the Walkers, appeared at Fanime Con in 2017. They obviously did not appear in 2018 Fanime Con. Some of their convention dates were canceled because of all the drama. Some of them weren't, and back east in the Midwest, and they still had conventions. The other members of the cast, including Stone Gremlins, were harassed, and there was a period in 2019 where several people were harassed online for having content that people were jealous about, including a character named Cinema Venom who made a long diatribe in order to become famous. But they've done horror cartoon videos, Kim Possible the movie, that type of thing. Trying to get back to the animation basics of original stuff. It's called, they call it Nostalgia Critic now, just exclusively it's Nostalgia Critic. They canceled or postponed, had a finale well, they canceled the comic book people. They stopped doing that because it was actually that it was a similar name to another one, the comic book show that they had. That's why that went away. That wasn't a harassment thing. It just went away because there was another channel they didn't realize had the same name. That's what that happened. So they couldn't use it. Could have changed the name, but they didn't do it. And then they didn't want to do it anymore. So there was one guy that stayed behind. Yeah. It isn't true that all the subscribers left during the scandal. Which is a lot. Only 500,000 left. That is a lot, but they got them all back. So there's still over 1 million. So yeah. The change the channel thing was created in a year later, in April 2019 or so. Several months and then to a year later, roughly. So you have like this the whole thing blew up like last April 2018, 2 years ago. Well, almost. Now it's August, mid-August. So yeah, of 2020. So it's quite a bit later. So yeah, so he was not involved. Can't prove it. They're not going to try and say that they'd be bad. But just said, don't do that. That's what we said. Don't do that. So yeah, he was harassing the Channel Awesome people and to the point of it being stalking. He was also harassing the Change the Channel people to the point of stalking. So he's an ass. You didn't want to deal with that guy. So yeah. So he was playing both sides. He was saying, I'm going to agitate both sides and piss them off. And that's what he did. So you don't really have anything. They can't even sue them anymore. 2011. The other one was a little later. Yeah, Lindsay Ellis left in 2014 from that. Doesn't do that anymore. And left that other dude. Yeah, I was spoofing. Yeah, it was not him. It was not Tom. I was just making fun. It was a friendly character. and yeah, but yeah. And I guess to a certain extent, Fuzzy Face is kind of spoofing Kara, but only indirectly. But actually, it's the other way around. Because which one was first? Guy with the hat. On Transtech, which you guys never saw on YouTube. It was before YouTube. Yeah, that guy's that archetype has been around. It's copying the same archetype. It's copying either Christopher Walken or he's copying Marlon Brando. So they both are. So they're the same source. Yeah. Or maybe even Bogart a little bit. A little Humphrey Bogart. That's old school. A little bit of that too. But yeah, So it's gonna be weird. But yeah, there's yeah. So we did that. We don't know who this guy is, but he did put our one early Silly Kelly video up there, and we were like, wait a minute, can't do that. We didn't give you permission to do that. You take that video down. Text him. Not even PM'd. Wrote it on the comment section. I didn't even do it in person. I just blatantly like, On Location Cats channel says take this down. We were not associated with this. Take it down. Of course, that made him think we were more associated with it. Oh my goodness, this guy must be in the know. He must have all the. Oh shit, I don't know. He found Rashad's friend or something. He's like, no, I don't know who that guy is. But yeah, turns out the Applebee's story was false. It was, you know, in the brother, it was a business that wasn't technically a business. Channel Awesome's still there. It really is, at the end of the day, it's a content creator show for movie reviews. And occasionally they'll do fan films about the movies they like. So it's kind of like the Cali Cat show, spiritual cousin, but not related. And been around the same time, but they're way more famous. We have a lot of views though. We have 33,000 views on our main one, and on our secondary one, and this one, the review channel, and more of them on the main one. We got 11,000 views, but we don't have a lot of subscribers. You want to like and subscribe? Yeah, we're little small potatoes, but in terms of subscribers, but we subscribed a lot to other people. So there was some confusion as to the place in this of the girl that thought of the big-lipped alligator moment, the first Walker, the Ellis. Yeah, the nostalgic chick is back as a nostalgic woman. I think nostalgic chick sounds cooler, but nostalgic woman is. She was a friend of the Todd in the Shadows, which one of the characters was spoofing in that video. It wasn't him. That was a spoof. It's a parody of him. It was fun, but no, that wasn't him. That's who that was supposed to be. You know, the Unabomber hat, or the this guy just now is Calcat, but I fuzzy face. Anyway, so we have yeah. So and also sycophants of the Channel Awesome people, change the channel, sycophants. They swatted, which is when you call the SWAT team to people, which could get them killed. That's stupid. Sycophants, not the actual people, but the people blamed each other on both sides. But that was sycophants. And that was basically the gist of the Talking Pointless article from December of last year. And I decided that I should do an update. So yeah, that pretty much gaps it. Anyway, so yeah, she's back doing her own channel. It's got 1 million views, so I wanna. It's popular again. Over there we have Top the Fourth Wall is popular again. That's someone new. Stone Gremlins is popular again. Although with the COVID-19, he's got to do a lot of in the house stuff because he can't go out to review movies. But he's doing a lot of in-the-house stuff, like reviewing older movies, well, James Bond and stuff like that, or reviewing old Pepsi drinks and stuff. Yeah, it's older stuff. Stone Gremlins is still around, and although not as much because of the COVID, because of the pandemic. So that's our update, I guess. It's our update of, Hey, you got a little bit of new information, though. We got new information that the document was not accurate. There were some errors, which were spelled out by Brad Jones and some of the others, out on other websites, Twitter. So it would have been nice if back in the day, immediately after said incidents all took place in 2018, and all that came out. It would have been better had the Joneses put up a blog, two brothers together, you know, not the Joneses, the Walkers. Had they gone up and they said, okay, this is what happened, and here's one guy sitting here, and here's one guy sitting there. We're gonna explain to you what happened. Would have been better if they did that, because then they would be like, oh, okay. Now they have a video of it. They could say, oh, we made steps to get rid of, you know, what's sometimes these other characters that aren't there anymore or aren't working for them anymore. He's still around, so. And then they have Obscurus Lupa's Movie Nights, Alison Prigley, who has her own channels, doing her own thing, doing her own movie reviews. She was doing older movie reviews anyway, so she was not affected by it. And back to Ellis, the nostalgic woman. She hasn't been with Channel Awesome since 2014, so she really didn't have anything to say about the whole thing. We peeing. She didn't have anything to say about the whole thing. She said, that was. It's 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I have no comment. So, that's the case for most of them, really. I mean, even Phelan Portis, he was like, he's still doing his. He likes those shows with those dingo pictures and stuff, the raccoon, and also the reviews of those bootlegs like the Galaxy Hole. But yeah, and so we were of no relation in the end. So they didn't win. Change the Channel people didn't do anything really. They just ticked a bunch of people off that were already mental and went and did stupid stuff to harass them. Don't go out on the internet and harass people because you have a different opinion than they do. Do that, which was said in the last video. If you have a different opinion. It's just what? Yeah, it's yeah. We will post this video and have no comments. It'll be disabled, like the last one, because we don't want any comments. We just want to post it. So in a sense, the shows the people that wanted to get back with them after Rashad left. They did, and there were some episodes where they appeared in the new studio, the new season. Even some of the extras returned in the Justice League thing they did, and the Star Wars one they did later. It also has some of them in it, so they're not all gone. I don't know what's happened to most of them, but they're not all gone. So yeah, there were some in the beginning. There were apparently some mean people on the set of that movie, Boldly Flee, they were making. But they're gone now, so yeah. So I just can't get the cat. This kitty was not involved at all in the scandal. No, she wasn't. She's a kitty cat. Yeah, all those background. Yeah, we don't need to edit. Yeah, fine. Yeah, pretty much that's a rundown of the channels. Sure. That's a rundown what's still going on over there. The change of channel is pretty much not really a thing anymore. Actually, ironically, this CV character, he actually kind of killed it because he made all the sycophants seem like they were worse than they actually were, and was fanning the flames and making them seem like they were mental. Even though they're saying, no, those other guys are the mental ones. It's like, no, you guys totally. There's no Channel Awesome. I mean, they're still around, but the change of channel has been killed by a vlogger. Venom, because it's no longer relevant. It's like, you know, they're not a company. They can't be sued. They can sue them each other. They're private. They're not public figures really. They're private citizens. That can't get them sued. So Yeah, they got nothing. Yeah. So yeah, just kept doing. Yeah, they're doing current stuff. Okay, the other one that went off the air was Tamara's Never Seen, because of the that's still there in some form, but she's still there. Tamara Chambers is still there on the set. They got a new studio. They're on the set. Not this one. We're not related. But they have. But they're. But for a while there was no Tamara's Never Seen. They just started a new one, a new episode of that today. So a couple days ago. So that's back. That's something else, but it's still also or new ones. Yeah. They never lost the weird connection to the Weird Kitty 07 and the Cal Cat show. We stayed there. Ooh. Even though they put us on the change the channel thing. It's like, what? No, we were actually saying, oh, it's neutral. Well, Mark's Cards, though, he thinks that, well, they should totally have made an apology thing. So he thinks they should have gone further and had like a big, done a blog and gone further and said, like, okay, yeah, we kicked the bum out, we threw him out, he's gone, and yeah, we are an equal opportunity content creation place that isn't really a company, and we do web videos. They should have done something like that. Yeah. Although it's mainly on the internet, it's not a convention. Apparently they've gone to conventions and people have not even said anything about the controversy on the internet. So, anyway, that's basically it. Yeah, so Larry's hat. Anyway, so that is the werewolf fuzzy face talking to Cal Cat wearing this funny hoodie on a set, on a set somewhere in the world. That we get some Australian or British guy get swatting. Be able to figure out where we are. No, he better. No, that's not going to happen. But anyway, so yeah, that's it.